All right, here we go. It's really weird how nerve-wracking this is because it's my fucking first YouTube video, right? Like no one's going to watch this. I'm literally just recording by myself alone in my room, but somehow for some reason you get the jitters. You're like, "What the fuck?" Don't want to make a fool of yourself, don't want to embarrass yourself. Not like it matters. Again, no one's going to watch this. If anything, it would be more nerve-wracking if I had like 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, a whole population of people watching me. Then that's different. But again, I'm still recording in my room alone. It's not like it's live. In any case, here we go. Raw, uncut, live and direct. And yeah, this is it. This is my YouTube experiment, right? This is this is me trying to see what can happen with 6 months of consistent work, 2 videos a day. Sorry, that's a lot, 2 videos a day, 2 videos a week for 6 months. Let's see what can happen, right? Like, how much of it is luck? How much of it is just consistency? And I guess we figure that out now. So, who am I? Let's start off. Introductions. My name is Andrew, 27 years old, recent graduate in physics and astronomy. Ooh, I know, fucking crazy, this guy right here. And yeah, that's pretty much a quick introduction. What am I gonna be talking about? I don't know yet. I have no idea what the niche is. Again, this is just an experiment. Vlog, if you would, but not like daily vlog like Instagram, TikTok, super YouTube, super, edited and attention grabbing and all that. No, we're not doing that. More like Hamza Ahmed style, just me in the camera. Dictionary, not dictionary, fucking diary is what I mean. Video blog, really. Just talking about shit that I'm doing, things that I'm going through, my thoughts about particular things. And, I always used to say if everybody listened to Andrew, the world would be a better place. So this is the chance, the opportunity to put it out there and see how much better shit gets when people listen to Andrew. All right. So, not scripted because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how to script YouTube videos, but I do have some talking points. Number one, want to see how much I can do and how far we can go with consistency and documentation, right? So, a lot of YouTubers, people that I listen to in general that sort of inspire me and motivate me to do shit. I need to slow down with the profanities, all right? I'm sorry. The people that motivate me to get things done, as it were, keep saying that, you know, as much as there's luck involved, there's always luck is a portion of everything. There is a magic that's brought about by consistency, by really knowing what you're trying to accomplish and then just doing it, right? It's a numbers game ultimately. And so that's what I want to see, right? Let's see if I'm being consistent. I'll figure out what to talk about. I always have something I want to say anyway. I'll just write it down throughout the week, and then when it's time to make the video, make the video. But I want to see how far I can get in 6 months. It's January, end of January almost. And let's see where we can get by July, right? And then further still from July to the end of the year. And a year worth of consistent work is probably going to get you really far. I believe that inherently. I don't know how far. Anything that's not zero is far, right? So progress is progress. And so we'll see how far we can actually take it. Of course, I'll learn all the fancy things, the video editing, the at least I know sound. I know the sound part of things, make music and everything. So at least you guys could get some nice crispy audio. Right now, this is recording off my iPhone 11. It looks good. I don't know. We'll see. And then I'm sure eventually I'll get a new camera or something higher quality. I don't know. We'll figure that shit out. But until then, just consistency. 2 videos a week about whatever, varying lengths, whether I have something serious I want to talk about for like 30 minutes or I have something I want to chime in with for 5 minutes. But consistency. That's the experiment. That's the goal. How far can we get? Cool. Talking point number 2, where I see myself in the future and everything until then just being a means to that end. Where I see myself in the future, I cannot, point blank, I see myself successful. What does success mean? We'll get to that bit. But I see myself in the entrepreneurial realm, right? And that's a really, really watered down word at this point. Everyone's an entrepreneur, everybody's this, everybody's that. Really, all I'm trying to say is, I see myself creating projects. I'm a creative at heart, creating projects, creating businesses, and then being at the helm of those businesses, really. And that's just the way I've always seen things. And having a good, decent monthly income, right? Some kind of financial security. It would be nice to be a billionaire. That's really not where I'm trying to go right now. I'm trying to be, you know, in a leadership position of the projects that I've started. This doesn't make much sense, but I will elucidate for you. So, number 1, I have created an app. I'm currently in the process of building the app, and that's something that I'm going to be documenting. Please excuse the sirens outside. Midtown Toronto gets wild. It's not even that wild. I just live not too far away from like a fire station and whatever. Anyway, so hopefully that's not making too much noise in the background. Talking about the app, I've recently built an app. I've got 3 developers, 2 coders, and 1 UI UX guy. And we're putting this app together, and it's been a long time coming, a lot of planning, ultimately, effectively 3 years of planning, but actually putting it together, actually getting down to it, coding and everything, project managing has been about 7 months, and we are about ready to beta release the app. All right. So that's one of the things I'm doing, and hopefully I can take it as far as it can go, and hopefully it will go pretty far. I don't know. That's another one of my projects where I was just like, fuck it, we ball, right? I can't premeditate how far this is gonna go, fingers crossed, right? But at the end of the day, it's either dream about it and not do it, and then be upset, and sort of regret having not done it, or just do it. Literally, Nike, bang, just do it and see how far it goes. So I fucking put my money where my mouth is, and I got the people, and we started building, and we've made it pretty far, very impressive. And now we're almost at the stage of beta testing, opening it up to a small audience of people to try it out and sort of build that audience. So that's cool. I could do that while I do this and see if I can build 2 audiences in what's the word that I'm looking for, where they're running parallel. I don't know English. Sometimes I'll get it. I'll get more comfortable with this whole, talking, scripting situation. But keep my train of thought, right? So building those two audiences in tandem is exactly the word that I was looking for, and see how it goes, really. So that's it. One of the projects that's actually happening, and the project that I'd want to be at the helm of. And that is sort of just a small example of exactly what I envision for my future. Again, I'm 27 years old. Late, I don't know. Some people figure this out in their 30s. Some people figure it out when they're 18, right? Like you're at the time that God decided is the right time for you, I guess. So that's what we're doing right now. Hopefully by 30, things are looking good, and I'm happy with where I'm at. But that's it. So that's the app. Number 1, stepping stone, means to an end. First offering from my dream company, BV Media Arts, which will be sort of a full scale, solutions in the audio visual and the technological realm, right? So that's, music production, music label, that's, a media house for podcasts and short films, indie films, and, blockbuster movies. That's a house with computer generated graphics, 3D visuals and things, special effects, things like that, a fashion house as well. So everything is just happening in that one house. That's always been my dream. And so this app is just the first offering from the technological side of BV Media Arts. Again, everything is just a means to an end. Similarly, this YouTube channel, will be sort of an outlet of BV Media Arts. That's what I see. That's the direction I'm trying to beat. That is where I see myself in the future, and right now I'm just living through the memory of that Andrew. So once I get there, I'm going to look back the same way future Andrew right now is looking back my experience right here. He's living this memory again as all the things that needed to happen in order to get to that position. It might be a little bit metaphysical. It might not make sense right now, but this is just something that it's a thought process. It's the way I like to sort of view my life, because I know hell or high water I'm going to get there. And, the universe, the butterfly effect, things pop off in a variety of, anytime a decision is made, is just so many splits in the space-time continuum, etc., yada yada yada. But the point is that I am visualizing, I'm experiencing my life right now through the memory of the Andrew that made it. So, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, once I get to that position, then I'll be looking back at these steps. Again, everything is just a means to that end. Cool. So, what am I doing right now? Well, for one, building that app, currently happening, right? This is a long-term process, and it's been going on for a couple of years right now, so I'm not just going to ditch it, that's for sure. A lot of money has been put into that, a lot of money that I don't have, a lot of hustling to get that happening. So that's number one. Number two, I have a job, and it is looking a little bit precarious, and I think sort of splitting. We're splitting, going in separate directions. Like the job, been there for a while, almost 5 years now. But I think it's time to sort of move on and try other things. Right? We're evolving in different directions, and that's okay. But the problem with that is it happened a little bit quicker than I was anticipating, and now I need to find another job, and that sucks. That sucks, especially me being a physics and astronomy graduate. Well, it's either I go into that field or I have absolutely no experience for anything else, right? It's like you go study physics and astronomy, you better fucking do physics and astronomy as a career or something similar, but that's just not where I'm at, and that's just not where my heart is. So now my, resume's got physics and astronomy major, which is awesome, but that doesn't really help me, as far as I can tell, actually get jobs, right? So I'm sort of starting off square one, blank slate, and I'm trying to figure that bit out. Got a lot of sales experience and stuff, hopping on the calls, cold calling, selling people on stuff, converting them into clients. So I'm going down that realm, seeing what's out there for me and seeing if I can leverage my skills, use them for something. But at the same time, I figured I might as well take those skills and use them myself, right? And instead of working for somebody else, work for me, build my shit, right? I have plans. I just explained to you guys. I have an end, and everything is just a means to it. So, well, I'll talk more about that as time goes on, right? 2 videos a week for at least 6 months. See how that goes. I'll be divulging plenty of information for you guys, but right now it's just the introduction. Challenges I'm facing and how I'm trying to overcome them. Getting more consistent with my day-to-day routine, something I've been fighting with forever, and I understand the importance of it because when I do get it right, it feels fucking amazing. You know what I mean? Going to sleep same time every night, waking up same time every morning, early morning, getting shit done. You feel like you have the entire day to make things happen, right? Like your day just so much longer. You just have more day, and it feels good, and you also feel better when you wake up because you're consistent. Sleep time, wake up time. I mean, you can try and tweak all the sleep metrics and do all the tactics, but if not the most important thing, other than having like a comfortable place to sleep, is going to sleep and waking up at the same time every day. That's really, I believe, going to make the biggest difference to your sleep. And, yeah. Anyway, so that's for one. Daily routine, something I struggle with a lot. Eating cleaner than I am right now, eating clean. I know that's a really important thing and I should be doing more of. And number three, coffee. That's my big vice. At least, it's a decent vice. You can live with it. But I would like to limit my coffee consumption. Coffee is a big vice. So those are sort of the main three things I can think of off the top of my head. And, these are things that I'm going to be going into further. Look, I'm not trying to be sort of the self improvement kind of YouTuber, but I would be lying if I said that's not what I think about often. That's not the YouTube I consume the most. And I'd also be lying if I said that that isn't what speaks to me directly. So, just the way I think, the way I talk, the suggestions I give, sort of the way I view the world is through the lens of self improvement. So, naturally, it's just going to come out in the things I choose to talk about. I'm not necessarily trying to be that person. I feel like that's just kind of the person I am. And so, I have a lot of views and opinions pertaining to. So bear that in mind. If you like that kind of shit, that's me right here. Put me along with the Matt Davellas and the Hamza Ahmeds and the Chris Sturms. First Man. That's my guy. Watching a lot of his content as well. Those kind of dudes. I have mad respect for those people. Nathaniel Drew and them, mad respect. I love their stuff, and it speaks to me directly. So again, I'm just sort of a conduit for that kind of messaging. Last bit, this is the candid, unscripted style, Hamza Ahmed style. I love that. Just sit down, 20 minutes. This is your big bro. This is almost your dad, filling you in with the information, with the experience, with the sort of perspectives that perhaps your dad never did. I know my dad never did, as much as he was a cool dad and tried his best to be in my life in a lot of situations and in a lot of regards. There was a lot of messaging that was missed from my dad, right? Like he is the elder, he is the experienced one, he's the one with the wisdom, and I would hope that he would sort of share that wisdom. I missed a lot of it. So, having dudes like Chris, First Man, Hamza, it's like having that bigger brother, that dad to share that knowledge. And I'm also sort of in a similar position in my 27s right now, and just wanting to be that voice for a lot of kids who don't have that older brother. I don't have an older brother. I got two sisters. It's a lot of women around me, and so just having that masculine energy that Hamza's always talking about, your band of brothers sharing that information, getting you motivated, doing all that stuff. So this is dad's words. Things that I wish my dad told me, things that I also imagine a lot of guys would appreciate that their dads told them but never did. This might just be the space for that. So we'll see how it goes. Again, still trying to figure out the niche, etc., etc. But gonna be sharing my thoughts a whole lot. So that's that on that. That's me. First YouTube video. Wapow. Check it out. We'll see how things go. But we're looking for 2 videos a week for 6 months. See how it progresses. Cool. All right.